Graduates, big up yourself. Big up yourself, everybody. Big up yourself. I see you. Yes, mama, there, man. Okay, CMR, you want to play rough? All right, we're going to play rough today. Let's go into it. Yes, CMR, you want to play rough? Let's go into it. Big up on a nice clean self, because you know, so them can't stop we, Them always have to try, but them cannot stop we. So because the information is going out there, CMR, we're sure we want to up to. You start, go around the place and report. As you come out, is this what you spend in your bail conditions and doing? Me and you. Me and you. Now like up the live and listen and share it. Come I have something for them. And share it. And share up the live. Like up the live, share up the live, graduates. So we're going to go down in it. You understand? All right. First of all, let me hail up everybody who's in the classroom. Hold on. Let me share this to my page. Give me un momento. Let me share this to my page. All right. Hold on. Hold on there. Hold up, guys. Hold on there, people. Uh-huh. Hold on there. Let me share this. Because I'm thinking so we play with them, Hold on. It's going to take a lot more than that, CMR. Some of us are not in this for the money. Some of us are in this for the facts, right? We like to inform and educate the people and let them know what's popping. You understand? Yeah. So when you thought that you put a spanner, all you do is make me want to go harder. All you do is make me want to go harder. Hold on, me I share this in a hold on there. Because this gotta go out. Mm-hmm. Share there. Share here. 1 second. Now go and like up the live and share it out. Yeah. Like up the live and share it out, right? Yes, indeed. Like up the live and share it out. So we're gonna put it there, so. Here, so. It'll go in every group you can imagine. Yeah. Hold on there. My cousin, do this and share this for me now, please. All right. Please to do that and share it for me now, please, and thanks. I'm just sending a message. All right. So she will do that. All right. Yes, people. They might try silence the thing. So actively basically censoring the media. But say we not play. And that we have ways to go around them. Yeah, we have ways to go around them. We ain't stupid. We got ways to go around them. And that is exactly what we are going to do. Right? And if them things say before it did have reached, I'm going to know exactly how far we're going to take this. All right. Okay. First of all, let me hail up everybody in the classroom. Okay. Let me hail up everybody in the classroom. Right. Starting from the top. Eslyn, big up yourself. Gloria Douglas, big up yourself. Earth Angel, Sophia Palm, big up yourself. Dawn, Marencha, let me pin you right there. So pin your message right there. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe as you enter the classroom. Judith Bailey, big up yourself. Drea, 1969. Diana, I'm a member. Big up yourself, sis. Tama, Neela, Andreen, Linda G. Bless, good evening. Diana, big up yourself. You're home today and you finally catch a live. Isn't that great? Anti-Match Vlogs, good evening. Stacy McDonald, Rich Venice, Fully Myself, M. Stain, Inga, big up yourself. Sexy B, Christine, big up yourself. Revi, big up yourself. Linda G. But wait, you're not using their content. It's public information, Linda. Listen, I'm telling you, they are on an active hunt to silence the masses, but it's not going to work. Okay? It's not going to work. Oh no, over TikTok, them are beat on with stick. But when you can't do anything about it and I feel so you can come on this platform and do something about it, I'm going to deal with you know. Remember me tell you, you appreciate the education. Of course, big up yourself, Diana. Pauline, big up yourself. Sexy B, thanks for the accurate information. You are very welcome. Angela, big up yourself. Arlene, big up yourself. Rich. Verna Guthrie, big up yourself. Jay Summer, big up yourself. Fully Myself. I see you. Priscilla White. Diana. Who else may I miss now? Patsy King, Patricia, good night. Titanium, big up yourself. Sophia Smith, Janet George, Bro Shaka in the building. Big up yourself. Zenergy, my member. All right, we're going to go to good night. So earlier, we did a live and they basically reported it, claiming bullying and harassment. Reason for that is, and it didn't affect my channel in any way. It was just taken down. The reason for that was that a part of the address that was on the document showed. So they basically pinpointed that and they reported it. Lesson learned, but it not stop nothing. So we're going to do this and we're going to do this again. And this time we're going to go even deeper. Right? The question on the live is, should we blame Crissy for what is happening with CMR? Should we blame her for what is happening with CMR? The court of public opinion is busy all over the streets saying that this woman should stand up against what's happening for the sake of her children. We have already made it clear that there is a legal process taking place to which we have got no sides to go down on until the law has taken its course. In other words, we do not know if he is guilty and we do not know if he is innocent. But what we do know about CMR is that he has a historical record out here, evidenced and proven, of being a kind of man that targets vulnerable, young, naive females. Do something about that. And that's a fact. We've already gone down memory lane when it comes to his illicit affairs with barely legal girls. All of this was forgiven by his wife. In addition to that, he has got a record of basically being quite disrespectful behind the scenes. We have a DV case. There was quite a bit of confusion. And you know, it's funny because I've recently heard that apparently a blogger, I haven't heard it for myself, somebody summarized it, didn't go and listen. A blogger has gone out there to say that this case is not a new case. The case that he is now facing for lewd and lascivious M-word. This person actually said it's not a new case, it's an old case. This goes to show you how people out here are busy spreading misinformation because they refuse to be not lazy and do some research. Over here on HGK, we like to value the facts. We like the research and the facts, and that's not going to change. So without further ado, let's go into first the cause for the confusion. Hold on a minute. Let's first go into the cause for the confusion that has everybody in a tizzy, that claims that, oh, it's not a new case. It's in fact an old case. We're going to disprove that nonsense because it's purely on the basis of the fact that people are not understanding how documents are filed and what kind of information presents itself when that happens. So once again, this is the screenshot similar to what's floating around on the internet. Hold on 1 second. Let me share my screen. All right. Thumbs up when you can all see that. You heard it and you just laughed. Same so. And the forgiveness was swift, no consequences for what he did. Generation old school, we not go ramp with her. We not go ramp with him neither. Because if they're going to go around and mess with bloggers, you know, so we're going to go 10 times harder. You really should have learned your lessons, CMR and Crissy, that you cannot mess with the public media. We're here to bring information to the people that some people like you would rather hide. It's not going to hide today. Yeah. And I want for someone to do something about this. Do something about this and beat me. So let me zoom in. So what was seen all over the internet was a screenshot that showed that a case was filed on the 2nd of June 2021, and that there was another filing of a document filing, and that was dated on the 3rd of November 2024. Here's another typical screenshot of the same source. However, as you notice, the information has updated and refreshed to reflect today's date. This is common practice because he has an active case. So anything that might implicate him, it gets a refresh date. And the refresh date often matches with the current date. So that's the first thing that we noticed that was demonstrated. All right, hang on. Let's go back. So, one HTK badness. Exactly. So let's take a look at this screenshot of public information that they're trying to hide. So on the screenshot that's going all over the place, it showed that there was a document filing for the 3rd of November. As you can see here are the case documents that are attached to CMR and his wife. And it clearly shows that on this date, if we can all see, I'll zoom in nicely so that my good graduates can see. On this date, which is the 3rd of November, a notice of sealing of criminal history was filed. Okay? A notice of sealing of criminal history was filed. This is a document that basically locks the criminal record of the charge that was raised in 2021 June because of the DV. So basically, CMR and Crissy, now nobody knows, say, this situation did take place. This is not the same, as I said before, as an expunged record. That's a completely different thing. When your record's expunged, it is wiped, clean slate, doesn't exist, move from all records. When a document is sealed, it has to be requested. And like somebody else had pointed out on my live comments before they took it, not every crime can have a sealed request granted. So if it is of a felony nature, it will never be granted. Okay? Now, in this case, even though he received a criminal charge, even though he received a criminal charge, because it was more or less dropped by the wayside as he basically mend fences with his wife and all of that, there is a notice of sealing, which means that it's in the process of being granted, but it's not fully granted yet. So everything's still dashed out in the public atmosphere. You understand? So people who can access it for free on the internet still. All right. When it's probably sealed, then all of this will be locked. But it's not locked at the moment, which means it's still being discussed. It's still going through a process, and it will take a while. Now, many people might be thinking that, oh my God, they filed that more or less along the same time as when he was arrested. No, not at all. This process takes 5 to 6 months to get to a certain stage. So this was in the pipeline to seal the criminal record. Yes, from a time ago. I am assuming, I'm presuming. If it's a case of it was done immediately, that throws some suspicion on things, doesn't it? All right, it does. But maybe this was a move about protecting one's image, making sure that any future contracts that are gained can't access past things that have taken place. This is more about protecting their reputation and hiding the dirty deeds under the rug. You see, like how me did take it easy pa una before, nobody think me go take it easy pa una now. Una lucky. All right. So I hope that makes it clear that what you saw was a new document being filed against an old case. So in other words, the new case has nothing to do with the old case that was filed in June 2021. Very, very different. Okay? So here we have the court notes. Yes? Oh, it's got somebody there called Crissy. I don't know who that is. And then down here, it says exactly what the charges are. The charges are, and it says, battery, DV. So for those of you who are in the chat before saying, oh no, it may have been verbal. Maybe it was, him shout after. She feel a little bit shook and Ray, and that's what caused it. Absolutely not. See the word battery? You see that word right there? That tells you that the man put him hand upon him wife. You understand? So let's get the facts straight. It wasn't no simple thing. Him put him hand upon the wife. Right? Okay. He was landed with a no contact directly or indirectly with the victim. He was told that he would never be able to possess any weapons, firearms, ammo, that he may return with law enforcement to get personal belongings. So if he needed to go and get his stuff, he had to go with an officer. An officer had to visit the premises with him. Ramp with me. He had to maintain a separate residence and surrender. If he had any registered firearms, he had to surrender that within 24 hours. Those were his consequences. Okay? Those were his consequences. Let's keep it moving. He was then landed with a no contact order. Can you see that? I landed with a no contact order. Somebody call Carter. I don't know. You understand? Somebody call Carter. Right. So it says here that he was not allowed to have any contact with the persons named as the victim in the police report in this case. He was prohibited from having any type of contact with the victim, either directly or indirectly. An order of no contact is effective immediately and enforceable for the duration of the pre-trial release or until it is modified by the court. I'm giving you the gravity of what it is that this man had his charges for in 2021, to which this woman wrote a whole letter in order to retract his consequence. Pay attention. It says you must not communicate orally or any written form, either in person, telephonically, electronically, or in any manner, either directly or indirectly through a third person with the victim or any other persons named in the order. You must not have any physical or, as you can see, aggressive contact with the victim. You must not be within 500 feet of the victim or the person's residence, even if the defendant or other named persons share the residence. You must not be within 500 feet of the victim's or any other person's named person's vehicle, place of employment, or a specified place frequented regularly by such persons. Far away. In addition, you must not contact the victim by email, text, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or other electronic means. So this not only had an impact in terms of his ability to come near his wife and his kids, but also in terms of his ability to operate their business online together. You understand? You must not have anyone, including your children, send messages to the victim. You must not do anything which intimidates the victim in any way. Even if it involves contact with your children or legal matters, you may not communicate with the victim nor have anyone else communicate with the victim. So not even him brethren, him sister, him auntie, him uncle, him mama, and papa. Not even know if him papa in that picture, but no relative could reach out on his behalf to speak to her. Y'all need to realize that when we bloggers are being tactful, we're being tactful, but we don't have to be. Because the truth is brutal and it can slap. You cannot contact the victim, even if it is to visit any children, until you get a court order allowing contact. That is how extreme the reaction was of the courts. Okay? And it says, even if the victim would like to have contact with you, you must not have any contact with the victim until the court changes this. No contact order in writing. Okay? If you violate any conditions, it is a new criminal offense. So do you see how grave it was, how harsh it was, and why she had to write this letter in order to rescue her so-called marriage? So Madame wrote a letter. See here? Screenshot this and report it if you're not bad. Yeah? There it is. Okay? Some people named Carter. I wonder who that. Anyway, so a judge was written to. And it says, and I'm going to read it aloud because I really want the public to pay attention to the psychology behind a woman trapped in a cycle of an abusive relationship who will not wake up to the fact that her partner, her life partner, is in dire need of help, assessment, and intervention. Hence the reason why it is so easy for the court of public opinion to swing against him rather than support. Now, I am not saying he is guilty or he is innocent. I am saying that there is very good reason why many people are leaning towards the guilty side. So while it is that over here we were trying to be objective, we could equally follow the masses and do the same, but we're not going to do that now because there's a reason why we're graduates. We deal with facts and what information is presented, and we wait for the law to take its course. I'm requesting. Let me make this nice and big enough. Come, I want everybody, all the people them we can't see. All the people them we wear glasses, we're in a 3D. I want you to be able to read along with me. But I'm going to read it for you. Dear Judge, I'm requesting that the no contact order be dropped between my husband and myself. I am in no way in fear of my life or my kid's life. The truth be told, he is really a great father to our kids and a wonderful husband. This no contact order has taken a toll on both myself and my children. Listen to the sympathy. My kids are constantly asking, where is daddy? He has never been apart from them ever. My husband has never been violent to me or anyone. You hear that? And he does not have a violent history. Lady, Right here, so. You are lying. You are lying to the court. Right here, so. You tell one big fat lie, and I'm going to show the public that you lied. Okay? And this is how it is sometimes with the court system. Sometimes they don't see. Mr. Lex, if you don't want to get blocked, you don't write that kind of garbage on my page. I told you, do not ever include children in your comments, and do not make accusations that you do not have any evidence of. Mr. Lex, this page is not for you. And even though them delete the comment, me go a step further, and I'm putting you on timeout for 30 minutes. Understand yourself on my page. You hear me? Understand yourself on my page. This is not any kind of random page with baga you can just run up and down and say all kind of nonsense. I am willing to take the hit for the graduates. They took down the first video, so now I am doing it in a way that they can't take it down. So just ease yourself. Let me continue. You said to the judge that your husband has never been violent, and he does not have a violent history. Now, the violent history part, I cannot disprove that, but I can certainly disprove the first part of your statement, because trust and believe. Let me see if I can annotate. Well, on there. Because we're bad like that over here, you know. We're bad like that over here, you know, man. Let me see if I can annotate. All right. So you said here, my husband has never been violent. See that? My husband has never been violent. May I underline it 2 times? Never. May I circle this? Never is what you said to the judge. Never been violent is what you said to the judge. Yeah? And that you said, don't it, mama? Things has been so stressful since he's not here. He is the one that typically takes the kids to their extra lessons, gymnastics, swimming, and doctor appointments. It's really hard for me alone because we have 4 kids. We have never had a domestic altercation in our 10 years of being together. I think this pandemic have taken a toll on us. So you are using COVID that took so many lives. You're using COVID as an excuse as to why it is that you were weak-minded and allowed back an abusive man into your household. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Because there was an increase in DV cases during COVID. We are aware of that, right? So you're being very strategic. We are making arrangements to see a counselor, so this will never happen again. Now, I bet you any money. Let me take off this. Oh, you take off this annotation here. I bet you any money. They're all drawings. I bet you any money that you and your partner never see no counselor. I bet you any money you never see none. I bet you all of this facade was just to get rid of, to get all of the case dropped and to get the court to give you permission to carry on with your life. And then you thanked for your consideration and you sign it. All right. Let's keep it going. Because remember you say no, he has never, ever. Walande. He has never been violent. Walande. He has never been violent, right? That's what you said. Okay, hold on. We're going to go into your never. Right? We're going to go into the never. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So we're going to read this and you're going to listen. Okay? You're going to listen to the statements. The statement that was given. You're going to listen to the statement that was given, right? Okay. So you're gonna listen to the statement that was given by Cushane, not Cushane, by Crissy to the police. Go and listen. All right, hold on, let me make it nice and big. Come on, want in a favor for read it, Hold on. There must be a way for me to do this. Okay, man. I'm gonna make this easier. Come on, want you to read it with me. I don't want you to do it like this. I want you to read it with me. With me. Hold on. Okay. All right. We're in a business now. Hold on then. Let me make this I'm gonna save this as a PDF. Save a copy, not a Word document. Make it a PDF. Save it here. Okay. All right, so let's go. So let me just make that nice and big. And I'm going to share the screen again. I will go through it together. Now it's going to come across a little bit blurry because remember, this is like a physical document that was scanned. So don't worry about that. But we're still going to go through the details. You should still be able to pick out quite a few things from what's being said. I'm going to show you exactly what happens on that fateful evening that led to that criminal charge of DV and the kind of man that you allowed to come back into your life. All right, hold on. Can we all see that? Thumbs up when you can see my screen. Maybe she's afraid of him. That's possible. That's possible, but not when you have such intense legal support. You in America, you these people, they don't play with stuff like this. You could easily get all the help you need. All right, come on, go through it now. So it's got their name, the case number, the narrative, the dates, okay, the time that things happened. It says at approximately so-and-so hours, the officer responded in reference to a battery. Upon arrival, I made contact with so-and-so Carter with the date of birth, who advised she was involved in a physical altercation with her husband. The husband was later identified as and the man named Dede. The argument between the two parties began over several different financial reasons, advised over the last few weeks or so. She and the man have been in a disagreement over what? Money. Over money. Today, the argument started over not having access to one of the couple's accounts. She requested access from the man in order to pay a bill in which he denied her access, probably because he might use the account for mind the girl them and him don't want you to see what in there. I'm saying probably. I'm not giving you any reason. I'm saying probably, okay? So the two of them were engaged in a verbal argument for roughly 10 minutes. She then advised she advised him that she wanted to leave the residence and requested a credit card from the man. So he has all the cards while you do all the work. Now you tell me if that's not a case of economical abuse. I don't know what is. Where you have to be asking your man for a card. Why do you not have a card of your own, lady? When are you going to realize that these are the flags that show you that the man is controlling you? And why it is that the internet is calling you a yamed? Pay attention. So you requested a credit card from the man who was sitting on the bottom of the stairwell with the card located inside of his pocket. The man also refused to give the card probably because Shani have the card that spend it. Don't. Because Shani have the card that spend it. But anyway, which resulted in him standing up and hitting her in the face. Ma'am, did you just write to the judge and say that you have no history? There's no history of violence. He's never been violent towards you. You blatantly lied to the judge because, so the judge them probably can't bother to go back in all of this and read all of that. Them just looking at Uno at Uno present state. And DV is one of the most underrated crimes when it comes to the law upholding what consequences need to exist, providing there is no fatality. Hmm? And you use COVID to try to make it, look like, oh my God, we were in a pressured environment. Oh no, in a COVID, in a one pressured environment, in a one big old mansion. So you can imagine you in a one place where you can go one side, him can go one side, and never the twin shall meet. And the people that were each up in a some 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom place. Never managed to get here. Not all. But I'm just saying. Gonna have more leeway to get out of each other's way. But let's keep going. Okay? So, it says here that he was at the bottom of the stairwell with the card located inside of his pocket. He also refused to give the card, and the two continued to scream vulgar comments at the other. Then she attempted to reach for the card in the man's pocket, which resulted in him standing up and hitting her in the face. She expressed that he used an open hand and slapped her on the left side of the face twice. So not just one lick the man give you. The man never just wally and give you one. The man wally and give you two. Two in your face. Now you tell me. Him hold you and give you two in your face, my girl. She expressed that the man used an open hand and that it was on the left side twice. She then ran upstairs and dialed for the police. Upon speaking to the man, the officer is saying that he was advised of a story conflicting with the statements. The man stated that he did in fact do the job of hitting her, but it was after she had actually hit him. That's what him tell the officer, Him say that him wife do it first, and that's why he retaliated. Once again, evidence of a man not taking accountability for his actions. You did this. That's why I did that. In my live earlier, what did I say to you guys? I said to you that the cycle of abuse includes blame shifting. Here is a typical example of blame shifting. He stated that the wife hit him in the face with an unknown object, which caused him to do the same back. He denies ever being physical. She denies ever being physical with him and stated that he was lying. So basically, Crissy said, Ciamara tell lie. She never did that. She never used no unknown object and harm him. The officer then went on to say that he made contact with the daughter. And I am not going to call the daughter's name, but it's the eldest one, who advised that she had witnessed, she witnessed the entire incident. The entire incident. Stated she was inside of the kitchen when the incident took place and observed the man hit her mother in the face. She also told the officer that she did not observe that her mother used any object to harm the man. That's what it says. I did not observe any physical marks on either this person or that person. Both parties are denied any medical attention. The woman did not wish to fill out a sworn written statement and was given a DV pamphlet. Based on the above facts and circumstances, I have probable cause to charge the man pursuant to, and it says, what he was charged for, because actually and intentionally he touched her against her will. Yes. And you wrote that. And you said that he had never been violent to you. Your own child witnessed such behavior between you. You took very little steps in order to rectify it. A swift repair, in fact. Yeah, it was a swift repair, in fact, because this was dated the 2nd of June, 2021. 2021. And let me go here. I want the original one. Hold on there. Let me tell you the date when you write the letter. Let me tell you the date when you wrote the letter. Hold up. Let me get the original documents. The original documents. Let me see the date on this. Let me see the date on this. When was it filed? Hold on. The original documents dated the 4th of June, 2021. Have mercy. A day. Really? 4th of June, 2021 is when you did that. No, man. See, you try to tell me, say, you not even make the man suffer a little. You not even make the man reflect on his behavior considerably. Just like that, you take him back. And let us also not forget that this is a pattern. Because we all know that it didn't take long before you reinstated him back in your house after he completely disrespected you with 2 infidels. Not 1, but 2, and God knows how many else needs to come forward because it was rumored that there were others. And this is what you took back. All right. So that's the scenario. That's the facts. That's the information that we have. That's all that is out there. Okay? And now we are faced with a case of lewd and lascivious M-word against a minor between the ages of 12 and less than 16. So 12 to 15 years old. A completely new and different case after having filed to have that whole DV scenario sealed. But it's not sealed anymore. When it's sealed, may we hide that video, yeah? But until then, it's not sealed. It's still open. So despite the fact that all this happened, and now we end up with this case, don't you think the court of public opinion is going to swing against him? It has to. So any kind of innocence that comes out of this, you're going to have to fight for your husband yourself. You're going to have to show the world that he's innocent if that's what you believe. But my question is this. Will you stay with a man that you know is not capable of doing better? You know it enough. It's not a matter of you suspect it enough. You have evidence and it's right in your face. With all the strength and the talent and the beauty that you possess, are you going to allow this man to drain you of your essence in the name of having a marriage? As some marriage, I go carry some owner to early grave. Marriage is a wonderful thing when it is wholesome, healthy, and true. And every marriage have challenge. And some woman will say every man give on. But when it comes to serial cheating, abusive tendencies, because the man never just give you one, the man give you 2 across your face. 2 across your face, my girl. You're gonna keep him there. And then your eldest, who one day will grow up to be that mature lady to have a relationship of her own, will take away from this scenario that this kind of situation is a normality. Now, if that isn't irresponsible parenting, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I wonder if these children were actually given counseling themselves. Having seen all of this. And that's what you want to hide from the public by sealing the documents. There is a history of this man treating women in an objectified fashion, as though they are objects. Because a man that would do that to you, see you as an object. Yeah? Two across your face. A man that will go out there and find young, naive, irresponsible females to have his fantasies with, while having a responsible, beautiful wife and mother at home. Oh, yeah, you're not really at home because he's a businesswoman, a business guru, in fact, ambitious and all, with beautiful children. But because you are the kind of woman that clearly has evidence that you stand up to him, he wants to go where they're soft in the head and they cannot give resistance. And they will look up to him and want to name him out because, gold digger thing. So he's controlling the finances, spending it on these little bait girls. And now you've ended up in a situation like this, where it's not just the barely legal, but the underage. And even if it's a setup, what make her always your man? What make her always your man? That me want to know. No other man not that if set up. Is there no other man out there to set up? Why always him? Why always him all these little young girls pitch pan? Why always him in these situations of sexual deviancy? At some point, you're going to have to wake up and smell the coffee. We not tell you for left your man. It has to be your choice. If you want to sit down there and make this man drain you of all of your beauty, your essence, your light, and then turn around and butter you up with pretty words. My baby, my darling, my one and only, and she knows that I have her and I'm there for her no matter what. And then as your quint, his theme name again in a pasa of a sexual nature. This is the thing. Because fair enough. Okay, guys, think about it. If he had gotten involved in a situation where it had to do with, I don't know, say it had to do with, fraud or some kind of white collar crime. Maybe, like if we did find out, say, boy, CMR did a banging line, don't you think that at least that say, okay, all right, well, that's not right, but at least I know Bonnie McGear again. At least I know something like that. But look at the slippery slope that we are arriving, that we're flying down. Look at the slippery slope. From DV to serial cheating with barely legal. Yes. To financial exploitation and control. And now here, lewd and lascivious M-word of a minor. How much more further down the gutter will you fall? Because be it a setup or not, one thing I'm going to tell you for sure, the reputation you are going to have to rebuild out of this is going to be backbreaking. It is going to have such an impact on your brand that it will become irreparable if you do not relinquish connection. And this is not about whether or not he should have access to the children, provided the children are not in harm's way. Because I'm telling you, co-parenting can work if done sensibly. But at the end of the day, if you insist on trying to hold on to this facade, this pretentious, imaginary marriage, yeah, because regardless, all of that shows that it's pretend. You're going to be in serious trouble. Kill, steal, and destroy. Of course. Mind the K word though. And then breed her again to keep her quiet. Let me not tell you? Yes, all kinds of expensive gifts. Very typical of abusive men. Very, very typical. You know that whole thing of he brought me roses? And like I said, living the American dream does not look the same as it did how many decades ago. The American dream does not have to be the husband, the wife, the children, the big house, and the picket fence. Okay? I've told you guys, go and read Death of a Salesman. Go read it. And understand that there is pain when you are preoccupied by the superficial to the point where you cannot let it go and would rather sacrifice your happiness. Unlucky. Not my monkey, not my circus. Exactly, Stacey. You have to wonder. I'm a married woman and I'm a happily married woman. But trust and believe there were times in my marriage when me said to hell with this. Huh? When we go through with strife and with tribulation, and I say, me not Tanya so. You have to go through all kinds of counseling and time and development and self-reflection, and the change has to be permanent. You see, if the change not permanent, you're not toddy, you bounce. You bounce, you don't stay. There's no reason to be afraid. There's so much that's out there. Right? No, Miss Ting. No, no, Miss Ting. I remember not write no name in the comments. No, she's not. She's not pregnant again. I'm saying that that's one of the moves that abusive men will take. They will go out of their way to actually impregnate a female that they're wanting to control because it keeps them dependent. So by putting them in a vulnerable state, that's what can happen. Right? She probably witnessed the same as a child and is probably continuing the cycle. Very much so. That is possible. After all, she is of our culture. We know this is a fact that many girls who have witnessed women in their lives go through this and they stay and they accept it will do the same. It's hard to break the cycle, but it's not impossible. Or he'll admit he has a problem and convince her he will go to therapy. And once she takes him back, that's it. Exactly. I mean, I tell her, say, when them look on you, say, oh, we're going to go to therapy. And you know, see no blog about therapy today. Trust and believe no therapy not happen. No therapy not happen. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? It doesn't profit it at all. Vanity is not all. You have to have your happiness. And the fact remains that Crissy knew what kind of man she had. She knew. It's not like it was hidden. All of his dirty side is there for the world to see. Public record. And she knew. It could be that she's aware of whatever the disorder is. I remembered when the last one broke out, her exact words were, his name, he needs help. And I told him he needs help. But hello, Peyton. A man need help, a man need help, a man need help. And yes, it is your husband. And yes, it is for better or for worse. But for better or for worse, it's not at the expense of your own life. She has hypertension and all kinds of illnesses. If she stays there and he does not seek the help and get the help and permanently change, it's going to destroy her. It can't do nothing else. And at some point, she will stop loving. And when a woman stops loving a man is a dangerous thing. And those children do not have to be caught up in their cycle, observing unhealthy relationships as a template from which to derive their own. Online counselor. They might do that for keep it court at bay. Remember me tell you, why hold on to toxic relationship because of children? You're not the first or the last woman to start over. Straight. His grandmother passed the same day, got arrested. I don't know, I don't investigate his family. So I have no idea. I only look at the facts that I can see in black and white. You see anything else missing? I hear said to me. I mean, I look on it. You understand? So if I don't see something in black and white, I don't look. And that is my approach to blogging, which is why if it's not fact, it won't fly over here, right? She doesn't want to be a single parent household. And listen, Pottinger, let me tell you this: single parent households are statistically shown to basically create the most instability in children. We know this. That a child that comes from a single parent household will have to be guided twice as much in order to come out balanced and, to advance at the same rate as somebody who is from a two-parent household, providing that two-parent household is happy. But I can also tell you that statistics has also shown that children who come from a happy single-parent household do much better than children who come from an unhappy two-parent household. Yes, because it's about the healthiness of the relationship that creates and nurtures a space where children can feel secure in order to grow and develop. We have to be careful about the examples that we set for our children. And we can't hang on to relationships that are full of discord, unhappiness, distastefulness, abuse, and claim to say that we're setting a good example. Because at the end of the day, we've got 4 upcoming young ladies who will continue to repeat the cycle because they are seeing a spineless example in front of them of when to walk away. When are we going? Yes, exactly. I think pride is involved. Pride is involved. And with all that money, me see public defense attorney I deal with it, and I'm like, what? How comes no proper lawyer not involved at this stage? But as I said, I'm not going to comment more on the case itself. I just wanted to clarify why it is that people saw the date, the 3rd of November, 2024, on a document that was filed in 2021. I think I have cleared that up to show you that it was a sealed document that was uploaded on his file, and that file refreshes every day because of the active case that's going on. So there's a connection. Okay. And until that is fully approved, the sealed documents are still accessible in public domain. And it shows that Crissy is clearly not strong enough to walk away. On multiple occasions, we have seen this. So we want to know, is this the last straw that broke the camel's back? Or is this a case of she's going to come hell or high water, straight down to hell, I think, with the man in the sake of marriage? Oh no, look, not me at all. And she's very capable of being on her own from what I've seen. The brand is all her. She needs more help than he does. He's a lost cause. There you go. And I've always made it very clear on my platform, I am not a fan. But what I'm not going to do is say he's definitely guilty. But all I know is there is something sinister about an individual who is always having this kind of scandal behind his name. That darkens any image, and it darkens any potential contracts, any way in terms of growth and developments and rising up. People are going to stigmatize you forever. And that is a fact. All right. I'm going to go and go take down that. Big up on a nice clean stuff, fellow graduates. Make sure to like up the live and share it, share it, share it. This is your girl, Head Teacher K, and I'm out.